Hey, what's going on, everybody? Akeem here, and in today's Fix of Gaming news, Sony is raising prices for the PS5 in certain regions again. Warzone has brought back a fan favorite map, and Assassin's Creed Shadows is selling quite well in the US. This is your Daily Fix. Well, would you look at that? It looks like the PS5 is getting hit with another price hike in certain territories. Now, those in New Zealand, UK, Australia, and Europe will now see a price jump in response to what Sony is calling, quote, a backdrop of a challenging economic environment, including high inflation and fluctuating exchange rates. So the breakdown is, in Europe, the PS5 digital edition is now €499.99, seeing a €50 increase. Now, the original launch price for the digital was €399.99. In the UK, for the digital, expect to pay £429.99, which is a £40 increase. Now, at launch, it was £359.99. Now, you can check out the PlayStation blog and IGN for the full list of price increases that may affect you if you live in one of those regions. Now, you may remember the last time Sony increased the pricing for the PS5 being back in 2022 in Canada, Mexico, Europe, and the UK, as well as Australia, Japan, and China. President at the time at Sony Interactive Entertainment, Jim Ryan, referred to challenging economic conditions being the primary reason for the increase. Now, those in the US weren't affected back in 2022, and it looks like we're getting a pass this time as well, at least for the time being. Now, the US is in fact Sony's biggest territory, so it makes sense for them to do what it can to offload the impact to other regions as President Donald Trump's ongoing tariffs continue to impact the global industry. Now, let us know your comments and your thoughts on all of this in the comments. Remember when consoles used to get cheaper after they'd been out after half a decade? Times are indeed changing. Our next story, Verdansk is seemingly breathing new life into the 5-year-old battle royale Call of Duty Warzone. Now, the once nuked map is now back, and many players are returning to their old stomping grounds to relive those glory days from 2020. Speaking with us here at IGN, the team behind its return tells us why it's back and how it's enticing to those lapsed Warzone fans. Quote, when we talked about bringing Verdansk back, it was very important for us to bring back a nostalgic moment in time as best as we could and be respectful of that as well. During COVID, it was just a special time in the world. It was crazy. It was something that we all experienced together individually. But Warzone created this social experience in a way that was pretty new to Call of Duty. So we wanted to pay homage to that as best as we could. We looked at every single component of what made Warzone special back in 2020, and we wanted to really treat it right. And treat it right they did, as players are currently enjoying the mode with even positive reception on the casual mode. Now, what's interesting in the Verdansk casual mode is that you start off battling what's seemingly mostly AI, and as the circle shrinks, you run into more real players to duke it out to the finish. Now, the flow and progression is great, so shout out to the Warzone crew for bringing that map back. And with the return of the Verdansk map, Warzone has seen some record-breaking numbers in concurrent players. And according to the devs, this is just the very beginning of the map's return and evolution in 2025. And finally, according to Circana, it's looking like Assassin's Creed Shadows is the second best-selling game of the year so far in the US. Now, the Ubisoft game trails behind Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, the numerous delays and protracted development seemingly didn't slow down its sales, drumming up quite the success for Ubisoft. Now, that's good news for them, as this comes after a few underperforming 2024 Ubisoft game releases and a financial outlook that was looking rather grim. Now, while this might not be the title that saves Ubisoft, it could be the start of turning tides for the company. And that was your Daily Fix. I'm Akeem Lawanson, and thank you for watching. Now that you're caught up on today's news, please check out the IGN Deals social accounts for product recommendations, as well as being one of the very first to find out about some of the best deals online. Now, if you're tired of paying full price for stuff, you want to find new stuff, well, you can follow IGN Deals on X, Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky, as well as IGN_Deals on TikTok. Also, check out IGN Live, which is officially returning to LA on June 7th and the 8th. And we'll have tons of playable games on PCs, consoles, handhelds, celebrity panels, and interviews, trailer reveals, giveaways, and so much more. Throughout April, we're running early bird pricing, so be sure to grab your tickets right now while they're cheap. $15 for a single day versus $25, as well as VIP options. Tickets are on sale right now, so head on over to IGN.com/live so you don't miss out. And for everything else, stick with IGN.